Hello everybody, Derpy here, and we're going to get this live stream started. So it's 3 o'clock, and we're just having everything load up momentarily, and I'm just going to go over the targets real quick and see what we have, see if anything is useful or good. Everything is the same from last raid, except for the S sets, which have obviously changed. The highest tier 9 set here, we now have the 106 and 104 instead of the 102 and 101, 102, whatever it was, because we just need more power creep in this game, apparently. So I'm going to go ahead and get my Nemesis X fleet launched out here and see what we can do. As far as crews, I'm full on uranium, so I should have enough to roll some more, but I'm thinking that I like the Sea Serpent's crew, or I'm going to start out with that one. Other ones, Steelheads, are fairly good in the raid. Quick hello to everyone in chat. I see Jacob Blosser, best fan out here. Anyway, so target should be spawning momentarily. And with the Nemesis X, you can really only hit one of the targets effectively. And I'm going to check which one it is. The other one you need the Saturn for, which I really don't have. So if you have the Nemesis X fleet, it looks like you want to hit the 106 target. And they're not spawned yet, apparently. So I might start out with a lower set. But you get the new Surgical Strike Warhead Shard drop there, which is interesting. It's another limited special that you can use to replace your... You can use that one to replace your carbon fiber casing on your fleet. Looks like we have a couple targets, but not the elite set spawned yet. So I'm just going to go ahead and do an 81, 83 and see where that takes us. And these targets, let's see, what does the 81, 83 pay out? They only pay out a couple thousand points, a couple 100,000 points. Looks like 100,000 for the set, so it's probably another 50,000 for each one individually. We're just going to go and try this new fleet here. It was the same as last raid, so I'm not expecting a ton of surprising results here. The fleet I'm running is apparently the same as Dr. Feelgood there. It is the Foreman Nemesis in the background and one Arch Nemesis in the front. I've got my build posted in my ship spotlight video, and it's a fairly standard build. Whoa, looks like we won and battle started already without us. Okay, so we took 25% in damage, and Ghost Crawler's coming here, and it's not protected by the field anymore, so I'm just going to try to go around that. The biggest source of damage in these targets is the corrosive damage from the scattergun, but the thing is, you can avoid that automatically if you just stay out of range. Like with your Nemesis X, you should never take any corrosive damage from any of these targets, which is something that I think not a lot of people realize, and why I have the penetrative special. I have reinforced reactive armor as my special over the COM4, which most people have. And a lot of people are using the new submerged or the new lowered corrosive mount on their fleet, which I think isn't actually the best special. I think it is on Saturns for sure, but I really don't think it is on other ships to use. And for everyone just checking in, this is the level 81 target, and I'm using my Nemesis X fleet in here. I'm going to try and use I do have them upgraded, a couple of them to U2 and U3, so I am able to lay mines in the targets, and I'm going to see if I can pull the Stonefish over one. No, it doesn't want to go. But I do have upgrade ships, see if it works well. Someone says it's buffering in chat there. You could try turning the quality down. It's performing well on my second screen where I've got that playing. And the majority of the targets, the majority of the damage in the last raid I found came from the Stonefish here, especially if you don't have evade on your build, which I don't, which is why I'm running the Sea Serpent's crew there. And this is just a level 81 target. Most of the damage I took was at the very start before it loaded in. So I might run into some issues in this targets with loading it in time. But that was just the level 81. I think I might go ahead and repair and do the level 83 and see how well that works. Let's see. Ooh, we got a new shiny badge from this one. Look on my damage report. See how most of the damage, the incident damage I'm taking is penetrative. That's why I have that new penetrative special on there. Let's go ahead and, an hour and 20-minute damage is not good at all, but a lot of that was from before I actually got into the target. So we're going to go ahead and repair that, look at the new badge. Let's see, under Legacy, very bottom, we have the Imperial Guard. That's one that's available. Earn the new hole. I think I'll be running that afterward. But for now, looks like we got, maybe it was achievement or something. Achievement very bottom, participate in the May 2019 event, Defender of the Depths. Anyway, so that was level 81 target we just hit. Let's go through and hit the 83 right now, see if that helps. Yeah, thank you, RBF. I'm going to hit the 100 and 102 in a second after this also. They're not the latest top set, but I'm going to see how well I can do in those, see if I can improve on what I was getting the last raid, which was actually pretty good. Again, I don't have the Saturn, so it is not it's not very good results I'm going to get for most of these. Now, there was a TLC that was ran fairly recently, had some targets that were at the lower levels. I don't think we've seen new targets in any form yet, so that should be interesting to see. Okay, let's see, my mines are deployed. I'm going to see if I can pull some of these ships over just to see what that does out of curiosity. There's a ghost crawler here, so I need to make sure I'm hiding in the shroud, cloud, field, whatever it was called here, because when it has that purple thing on there, it has a ton of resistance. And to get that off there, I need to kill the tactical support structure right here, which will take me 2 or 3 runs in and out of the cloud. Even with my fairly fast ships, it's going to take a little bit. I think I got it on this one with retargeting. Okay. Now, once that's down, you can kill the ghost crawler, but not before that. And that's something that's important to note. It really doesn't matter too much in these targets because the ghost crawlers are kind of weak, unlike the other ones. Now, the little tiny viperfish here, they can see you in the clouds. I'm going to try and pull one over the mine, see what it does. It actually killed it most of the way, but I ended up running into a wall and taking extra corrosive damage, so that's not really a good trade-off that I want to go for. This target is one that was in the TLCs and last raid, so I have seen this before, so it shouldn't be too challenging. It is important in all this stuff, and I think you could even probably use manticores in this target, which I'll go ahead and try later, just to see what's going on, see if that works in any way. Now I'm using the cloud here to my advantage. I think I can snipe the ships from inside here. I'm not really worried about these regular swordfish, I think they're called. I'm worried about the stonefish instead of the other scourge ships here. And you can kill most of the fleet here from inside the cloud, which you can kill all of this little stack right here, which I would recommend doing, just saves you more damage. And that's what I try to do, save people damage. Okay. I am going to be showing my build for this just in a couple seconds if anyone hasn't seen that once I finish this target or the next after the 102, 104, whatever. Just to everyone sees what I'm using. Now I'm coming up on these clouded ships here, and they are going to uncloud once I kill this little thing right here. So I'm going to want to make sure I'm far enough away from that. I do have another group heading towards me from the very top, and I took a bit more corrosive damage than I needed to. So that's the problem with my build. If you happen to take extra damage, it's going to cost you more than it actually should. But if you drive perfectly, you're going to get better results than the other people in these targets. And again, it looks like 3 of these mines really isn't even doing that much to these enemy ships here, to the enemy viperfish, which are the fairly small ones. And it looks like I'm shooting some different projectiles than normal. I'm actually not sure what that is because all of my stuff has assault missiles. It might be an upgrade. I think it's one of the upgrades in one of the Nemesis or the Nemesis X. It allows you to upgrade and shoot something. So let's see. A lot of these targets blend in. I've got a little scatter turret right here that I need to deal with. And if you want to find it, it doesn't appear on the mini map, which is kind of annoying because it's not red. It's got structure stuff around it, but I'm able to, press S, go find that, kill that easily. I'm getting about 20 frames per second here as I'm streaming this, which is lower than normal. But whenever I'm doing a video, I also get about that many. So just something to be aware of. Now, the prizes in this raid I think are pretty interesting. I obviously recommend the new stuff to everyone in here. Okay, 25 minutes of repair time, especially, if this is evenly spread out, we could go and do that in base. But let's see, we did one tier 8 set, and that got me 200 and I think 220,000 points, and it looks like they are paying out in whole numbers, which is a good thing. Yep, I'm gonna go see if the elite targets have spawned yet. Okay, here's a 104. Let's check which one you want to hit with the Nemesis and which one without, because I'm going to do the one with the Nemesis first, just to make sure everything goes well. Okay, you want to hit the 106 if you have the Nemesis, and let's see, we're going to be journeying halfway across the sector, apparently, to go hit that. Looks like we have a friend from SDS7 hitting one of those. That may or may not have been sarcastic, but we're just going to go ahead and hit this, see what goes on. And I'll see if I can catch someone out there with a Saturn in the 104 at some point, just to see if I can show that, because that is a new target. Okay, the 106, new target. Let's see how this thing goes. This will pay out 500,000 points total once you include the half of the set bonus you give, but solo it only gets you 250,000 points. Okay, let's see what goes on. We're spawning in the cloud here. We have a lot of ships spread out around a lot of different clouds. We have one ghost crawler in the back. It's probably symmetrical-ish. No. We have a lot of shrouded ships hidden behind some lands and some shrouds and some clouds here. I'm just going to go and pick off some things one by one, and I'm going to watch the mini-map to see if anything starts moving. I'm going to prioritize these stonefish and try to run away from the other skirt ships here. We do have, looks like some of the ships have some pretty high HP here, especially the stonefish, and the other ones, the dagger tooths, aren't that much of a threat, but if you let them catch up to you, they will shoot you with corrosive stuff. My ships are not all the way ranked, especially my flagship. That's only about 45% ranked, and that's just something that I have to be aware of when I'm hitting this stuff, because I do turn a little bit slower than other people. The ghost crawler's on the loose now, so we want to make sure we kill that support structure, which looks like there's one hiding up in the left corner there, one in the right corner, and one right there. We're going to have to go for this one, the one slightly closer. The trick here is going to be jumping cloud to cloud to hit the stuff, and I'll see if that will work well, because once I'm out of the cloud, it heads towards me. Once I'm back in the cloud, I can head towards it. So I hope that works out okay. So far, not a ton of damage. I'll flip between my ships. We have some more on the number 2 ship, but that's not that bad. It's mostly from the stonefish, as I said. Let's see. We had to kill the stonefish in the cloud, or the ghost crawler is going to shoot at us. It might end up hitting us anyway. Yeah, heading straight towards us. We gotta run. It's going to be pretty tricky to kill it in the cloud. We have to get around this. It's a very annoying target design, and I'm not sure how much I like that. Because to get to the ghost crawler, to kill the ghost crawler, you have to get to the support structure, one of the other ones behind even more stuff. So, like I said, you have to hop into the cloud and time it correctly so you can get there before the ghost crawler turns around and shoots at you. Now, you can't shoot at the ghost crawler, you can't outdistance it, but you can't do any damage to it with penetrative stuff if you don't have the ghost crawler, or if you can't do any penetrative damage to the ghost crawler if you still got the support shroud structure up. I just took a ton of corrosive damage there. That did not turn out very well, because once you kill that penetrative support structure, the purple field support structure, you have ships that head out at you, and they caught me off guard there. So I'm going to take more damage in this one than I should, but it looks like it shouldn't even be that much. Okay, let's see if this guy gets hit by the mines. No, okay. Decent amount of damage, pretty much killed it. So the mines have a fairly large trigger radius. Yeah, I know I'm a noob, damnation. It happens. But this is still going to be 2 or 3 hour, hour and a half repair, 2 or 3 coin repair. So it shouldn't be too bad. Now, what I want to hear from people in chat. What fleets are you running in this raid? Manticores. Most people should have at least Manticores. I'm curious about Saturn X and Saturn and Nemesis X. See what people are running. I'm taking a lot of damage from these stonefish here. Let's see. We got another one of those little guys on the loose. Those ones are annoying to deal with. The viperfish. Okay. They do have very high evade, even though I have the multi-lens targeting, which has the same accuracy boost as laser targeting 3, the researchable one, or the advanced optical tracking that came out a long time ago with the Phoenix. So even with the extra accuracy on the ships, it really takes still a while to kill those targets there. But that's something that some people who are maybe using Speed System 5, they might not have a good accuracy special. So I think it's pretty important to have it on there. Let's see if we can kill the stonefish with these mines. No, they have a lot more HP than the mines. So the mines at the upgrade level really doesn't benefit you that much. And Kixeye said the targets are tuned for other ones. They're tuned for the non-upgraded ones. So upgrading it really doesn't help you out that much. And yet that's an interesting point, damnation. These are going to be the titanium targets, 6 months from now, 3 months from now, whenever they get the transition through, we're going to have to hit these as chore targets for titanium. And the annoying thing about that is I'm not getting even repair. I'm getting much more damage on my number 5 ship than I am on all the other ships. So we're going to go and hit those instead of just, a nice even half hour each repair. It's going to be 1 hour on one and 5 minutes on the other. And it is a chore to drive. I've been in this target for 5 minutes now, and it's been not been the easiest to drive, but I guess that's because I've gone for the Nemesis instead of the Saturn. Okay, we've got 2 ships in the corners now heading in, 2 viperfish in the corners. I'm going to head down and deal with this one over the other one. I am interested in this bottom shrouded stuff. Maybe someone could take care of that and go through that way to engage the ghost crawler. But my method worked as well, and I didn't actually take any damage on that. We're going to be really unlucky to get out of here without any damage. We took a couple bursts there, which is not the best. Okay. I'm guessing 2 hours of repair from this target, which is too high, but that will probably be better than some people even at the very start, especially if they don't know how to take care of the ghost crawler. So we'll see how well this target actually worked here. Okay, you can see from the damage report, battle report, that most of the damage I was taking was penetrative, or what I should have taken was penetrative, but I evaded a lot due to having sea serpents and just overall evade. Took some based off my resistance, which is fairly high, higher than most people's I imagine, and actually ended up taking some of it. Now corrosive, I should have taken 0. I should have taken none of it because anything I was due to bad driving. Okay. Looks like we have 2 hours and 3 minutes of repair from this, so I'm going to recall and do that, and then go ahead and hit 104, which is designed for the Saturn. So my best time right now, 2 hours and 3 minutes for the 106. Okay, yep, thank you, damnation. Glad to see that. Now I'm just going to see if I can do better in the 104. Looks like we have the cold fusion TLC happening at the same time, and I'll see how much damage I'm actually taking from that one. I mean, the cold fusion TLC, that's the one where you can take, let's check that one out. You take your icebreakers in there to get Skyfire tokens, if I remember correctly. Yeah, take icebreakers in there, get Skyfire tokens. It's really easy for lower levels. All your Alliance people should be doing that. Like I said, damage is more spread out. I do have a fleet repair token I could use, but I'm not going to. Okay, we're going to try the 104 and then maybe the lower targets after that. I don't know. I could use my manticores in some of the stats, see if I can figure out those okay. Now, I do have the chat pulled up on a different device, so I should be able to see anything y'all are saying if you have any questions or anything like that. So if you have any requests, just let me know. Okay, this is the Saturn target. I'm going to see how well I can do in here. Again, lots of shrouded stuff in the corner, some big land masses in the way. Ghost crawler ships surrounded by other smaller ones. And I don't see... Oh, we've got to get up to this top right to disengage those. We have some kind of barrier to go through too. We might have to... Oh, this target is definitely not designed for the Nemesis. Let me just say that. It's designed specifically to counter the Nemesis because all the ships are in the way of the Ghost Crawler. All the Ghost Crawlers are in the way of the thing that turns them off, which is the thing that lets me do damage to them, which is frustrating. So we'll have to see how that works. And it looks like we have 52 people watching right now and hope to increase that a little bit. But I'm just going to, okay, Ghost Crawlers are already coming at me. So the process here is we're going to have to go and sneak up behind this, go behind all these structures here, kill the purple things, kill the defense, upgrade, platform, whatever they're called, before the Ghost Crawlers actually get out. And this one here is stuck on land, so that's going to be frustrating. I imagine as soon as I come out of here, it's going to come right at me. Yeah, it's turning around. Okay, we want this one to leave and get out of there so that we can go through and kill everything else. I have to take care of this swordfish right now first. And he's going to shoot at me. There we go. Every time they shoot at you, that's in half-hour damage probably. Okay. We're going to kill the swordfish, duck back behind there. Or almost kill the swordfish. Duck back behind. Try to get away from these so we can... I can't kill these ghost crawlers with the Nemesis when there's that purple thing, which is why this is designed as a Saturn target, just to kind of screw everyone over. I'm not dealing any penetrative damage with those. Come on. This is not going to be a fun target to do as a short target when I'm hitting stuff. It's not going to be a fun short target when it becomes a short target in, 6 months. This guy's getting stuck on land. I might be able to catch someone there. Most of the damage I'm taking should actually not be from the swordfish. I should be able to evade pretty much all of that. I'm not going to be able to get around here. Most of the damage I'm taking, there's a way to avoid all corrosive damage in these targets. The only damage I should take is penetrative. But like for the swordfish, for example, they have penetrative weapons which shoot at you regardless of anything you do. So you can have defense and evade and maybe shoot down some of them. But if they get close is when they deal corrosive damage. And that's the thing you should be able to avoid. You shouldn't be taking any corrosive damage in these targets because you can outrange it completely every time with a Nemesis. Looks like we might actually finally get through here. If it lets me go up there, yes it will. So I'm seeing if I can sneak around to the top, and I'm triggering more ships coming after me, so this might be a fiasco here. I'm going to see if I can snipe that from here, and that's my only chance. Otherwise, the ghost crawlers just kind of screw you over and you can't complete the target. It's possible I could hit it with retargeting if I can't normally. Oh, we're not going to be able to hit this. We can't hit this one, even reaching it that way. So you can't go around the back there. That's something we figured out. Yeah, the swordfish do outrange the Nemesis X, but only their penetrative weapons. So we have to come up with a second plan with how to kill the ghost crawler. I just took a shot of corrosive damage there, which I should not have normally. So to kill the ghost crawler, we first need to kill these purple buildings, which we can't because the ghost crawlers are in the way. So this target is really designed for the Saturn and is not designed for the Nemesis X whatsoever in any way, shape, or form. So that's very disappointing. I've taken some damage and partway through this target. I can shoot at the ghost crawler, but the damage is going to be very low. You see I'm shooting at this right now, and their health bar is kind of moving a little bit, barely. And it's pretty, yeah. This target is designed for the Saturn, and there's no ways about it. If you didn't see my 104, or this is the 104, if you didn't see my 106 one, though, I did that for about 2 hours, 2 hours and 3 minutes damage. I think I'm going to have to try to loop back around and get through to this. I wonder if a rocket would work to kill one of those. If a rocket worked to kill one, then I'd be able to kill the ghost crawler. So I think I'm going to have to retreat, load up a bunker buster, and just try that for fun. See if that works. It probably won't. If not, I'm going to have to lure the ghost crawlers all the way down here in the bottom and try it that way. Apparently, I can't retreat when my mines explode, because it counts as you dealing damage to something. I'm going to try that luring them down here first. I don't know, has anyone tried a rocket on these targets just by chance to see if they work? Because I'd be really interested to see those results. Okay, we're going to try to lure these ones. Okay, they're going this way down, which means I can head up. Nope, they're splitting up. They caught on to my plan. But if you could have them both stuck down the corner there and get through all the other ships in time, you'd be able to get through. Yeah, I'm just going to move around here for another 5 seconds till the mines aren't shooting, because the mines only deploy if you're stopped, and they're not really going to deal any damage to the Nemesis, to the ghost crawler from the Nemesis mines. So I'm going to load up a bunker buster, see if that helps at all. I'm not expecting it to. I'm expecting the bunker buster will maybe not even kill it. We're going to try a large just in case. We have 4 of them ready, so that's good. I never use rockets anymore. I don't want to scrap you. I want to load you out. Okay, extra large bunker buster. We're going to see if that does anything. It's got a lot of damage, but it might not be the correct radioactive, or might not be penetrative damage to kill this thing. If it works, though, that's a pretty good turnout, pretty good discovery, but it will take 8 hours or whatever it is to build the bunker buster to kill it. Okay. Everything resets when you go back, except for the stuff you killed. We're going to launch this, see if it works. Yep, didn't scratch it. That's disappointing. Well, see if I'm able to complete the target, and I'll make sure to show my build after this video. After this target here, I'll show my build to get all that done. It's going to be a pain to get through this target. A lot of seat time in this raid, apparently. Unless you just want to hit the lower level targets, or the only hit the 106 just to get. If you only want to hit the 106 in this target to go through, then that might be able to work. But you'll get a quarter of the points. So here's something I recommend to everyone to do. is if you have a Nemesis, find a friend, go to global chat, not global chat, go to sector chat, alliance chat, find a friend who has a Saturn, trade off. I'll do 204, you do 100, 206 days, we each get one of them. And that's what I find worked for me last raid and should work again this raid. Have to find some way to get through these ones without dying. No, you can't see me. You can't see me. I'm inside the cloud. You're cheating. You're cheating. Well, what you know, people. They cheat. They can see you. That's not really surprising to me. I mean, they are Kixeye ships after all, so what do you expect? Can they see me? No, they can't see me in this one, but they can see me in the other one. All the cloud boundaries have been kind of weird even last raid. You have to look for when you have that little indicator. We're going to hope those two are stuck there, and I can power up and go through. The ones in the shroud saw me. No, they're shrouded. They don't count right now, I don't think. Because when the viperfish can track you, yes, but I don't think they can let others track you when they themselves are actually shrouded. That doesn't seem correct to me. Okay, we're going to go ahead. We're going to take some damage here. We're taking corrosive shots. We're taking hits. Our health bar is going down. We're trying to bullseye straight through it and go around the corner. It kind of worked. My 5th ship is almost dead. My 3rd ship is also almost dead. Okay, we lost 1 ship going through that. And we're going to be stuck in a dead end. We'll be able to kill the stuff now. We're just going to take a lot of damage. And once again, right there when you trigger the ships, you take corrosive damage. This is either A, bad driving, B, target design for the opposite ships, and C, combination of both. Well, looks like I just lost a fleet. So that's a wonderful adventure. I'm going to show off my build and then maybe take some manticores out and see if those will work better. Yep, it's a YOLO. I'm not sure the Nemesis can complete this target. At least not one shot anyway. Now you know to not try this one. So, like I said, trade off. We're going to bookmark that. And I'm going to come back to that. I have a fleet repair token I can use to heal my fleet, finish off that target. Then I'll go over my build and show a couple manticore targets just for some lower levels. Show a couple manticore targets just for some lower levels there. Now, we're half an hour into the raid here. I don't know if anyone else has heard of any tips from other people, other sectors, whatever, but it seems fairly expected to me. I'm getting about the results that I would have expected. Nemesis, I would have hoped could have done the target, but it's clearly, the 104 is clearly set up for only ghost crawlers are able to do that in any way. Maybe Nemesis X could finish it after the Saturn had started it because of the ghost crawlers. Maybe the Nemesis X could finish it, but they can't start it. Once again, because the defense platforms are behind where the ghost crawlers are, so you can't get to you. And I tried the rocket, but that didn't scratch it whatsoever. Seemed they thought of that too. Now, I killed all of the little structures there. So the ghost crawlers, yep, they don't have the things anymore. There's about 80 viperfish heading straight toward me, though. I'm not the biggest fan of that whatsoever. Immediately once I start this. So once they're triggered when you come back in for your next encounter. Yeah, we're going to take some damage here. Oh boy. And I can't even hide in the shroud from these ones. Left and backward through the gate. That might have worked there. Yeah, that would have worked instead of being in the dead end. Okay, Ghost Crawler is down. They have them all running from me now, so they're just annoying. Very high evade on the Viperfish, so they take a while to kill there. I I would have preferred some accuracy boosting special. I do have a 1 bullseye brigade just sitting in my dock in my crew slot. I don't know if those are still rollable. I haven't rolled one in a long time. I've got one sitting and I could use that theoretically. Okay, we're going to cut maybe through the gate here. Yeah, we're going to go and try through the gate on this round. See if that works out better, because I really don't want all these shooting at me. The stonefish are what I actually end up taking the damage, though. I guarantee you after this battle, there'll be some corrosive damage, but the penetrative damage is the thing that I've actually been taking. Oh, the health is pretty high on this one. Uh-oh. Okay, here we go. No, go through the battle. Yep. You don't want to get caught there. And just so you all know, the gate has high health points, so it looks like I wasted my repair token. So we're going to be going through and trying some. I'll go over the build after this, show you the build on this, which is better in the 106, and then go through and use the manticores on the 80 target, which I was able to do, which you can probably do instant repair. My driving is just horrendous right now, so that's something to be aware of. If I can't finish this target, I'm going to be very disappointed in myself. Oh, we have a viewer. Now, what are they? They're just heading off by the edge of the screen there. Once they're moving, they like to stay moving. An object in motion will stay in motion unless acted on by an outside force. I don't think I'm going to be able to complete this target, which is a pity. Might be a free prep for someone. Someone might come snipe that. Yep. That's a very disappointing result, I have to say. And I can't even... I want to finish this one off because I want the bonus points from it. But so I'm going to have to put like 5 minutes of repair on each ship here. So we'll see how that goes. Note to self, do not hit the 104 with Nemesis X. If anyone else didn't hear me say that before, what you want to do is just use you want to trade off. I'll go to a buddy, say, hey, you hit this you hit this one, I'll give you 106. You give me 104, I'll give you 106, and you repeat that. So instead of getting an average of 250,000 points per target, you can get an average of 500,000 points per target. You can essentially double your points per target by doing it that way. That's something I was able to do effectively last raid. That's very true. They said we didn't need to build both fleets, but we do to hit both targets. Now, the only thing is, if I only hit the one target, I'm getting very low points. So by building twice the fleets, you're doubling your point payout, which seems like average, considering they have all the stuff based off all the point payout. It's one set for 1 million points, or 2 targets for 500,000 points. So they told us we didn't need to build both, and it's optional, but if you want to have a fast raid, one that goes more quickly, one where you can get points in an effective, reasonable manner, you're going to need to build both fleets. Okay, after I finish this off, I'm going to go over the build, which I think was a fairly good one, although in retrospect, if you want to do the 104 with Nemesis X, maybe using that lower corrosive mount will actually help in some way, and you'll be able to do something with that. Maybe having extra survival there would help you out. Okay, we got to turn around really quickly. I'm also going to blame part of my driving on talking at the same time. Just so everyone's aware, I think I could do slightly better normally. We want to go the other way, don't we? Adam, I'm curious in YouTube chat if you all just want to write down what ship you're actually using, the Saturn or the Nemesis. I'd like to know that. So just drop down there which one you're using. I'm curious to see what the average person is. So just write Nemesis or Saturn. I want the Nemesis route, obviously. I've got it upgraded. I do have 3 blank Saturns that I hope to get up by next raid, so that's something to look forward to. Using Skyfire carriers, I have a fleet of those 2 that I can use in the lower level targets. That might be something I could run through just to see. 1 Nemex, 1 Saturn. Yeah, someone's just gonna farm the 102. The 104 wouldn't be that bad, although the point payout for the 104 and 102 are the same. They're both 250,000. So if you're not doing the bonus, do whichever one you get the lower amount of damage on. Okay, I promised to go over my build, so we'll go over that now. Looks like half the people are using Nemex, half are using Saturn. That's what I would expect. I haven't done exact numbers on that one. Yep, tons of repairs. Okay, my build. We have each of the back 4 are the same. We have 1 missile defense system 3. The rest are assault missiles. That's standard. 1 D6M, which is not standard. This weighs almost nothing and adds some extra survival, extra armor points with no repair time. I only have this one because I'm limited on weight. Then I have 2 that most people have, which is the folded ferrite F1 COM, adds survival of both of them. And the last one I have a D5 EV to increase combat speed and turn speed. This is one that most people don't have. I just think driving a little bit faster, turn a little bit more quickly works fairly well. Yeah, the raid doesn't start depending on what sector you're in. So if I'm in sector 30, I wouldn't start yet. There is a limited missile I could use instead for the D76X to add some combat turn speed. As far as specials, I have a little bit not normal. You can just see them all up here, and I'm going to take a break real quickly, and you can just look at all these. Okay, needed a break there, back now. Anyway, you can see I have the normal penetrative sync drive. You can also use the assault engine or the speed system 6 instead there. Penetrative battery, instead use the assault battery. Carbon fiber casing, which I plan to replace with the new special for the Nemesis X, the Strike Warhead 2, or whatever they're calling that one. Prometheus missile system, obvious, came with the whole multi-lens targeting system, which was accuracy. It's the same as advanced optical target. Is it not? There's more accuracy for the optical tracking. That's an interesting one. So you're trading off accuracy for giving it sonar. That's an interesting thing to consider. Let's see, on the multi-lens target tracker, we have plus 30 accuracy, plus 30 range, which is standard, projectile speed. So am I getting projectile speed only? Am I only getting projectile speed for including that instead? Let's see if we can find that one. Okay, here we go. Yeah, you're getting twice the projectile speed, but half of the accuracy. So that does make sense. I think advanced optical targeting makes more sense to include on the back 4 ships there because it has more accuracy. That's a very interesting point you bring up there. Would be better. Advanced optical tracking is going to deal more damage than your other one. My flag is slightly, defense especially here is slightly different. I have reinforced reactive armor instead of COM. I explained that already. That's just because I think that the only damage I take should be the corrosive ones. I'm not going to go and do the Manticore targets because people should be able to get up to that level fairly soon. I'm going to do the 2 Manticore targets and then shut this thing down unless anyone else has anything they want to see in this raid. But we're going to do those first. Level 81. Again, this one pays out 60,000 with a half, which is half of the set bonus. The set bonus for this one is 100,000, and I expect to take some damage from this one, but haven't seen it yet. Okay, someone just posted their hash code in the live chat there. I have my hash code in my video. I'm not gonna post it in chat. Okay. The Manticores are much faster, and they are going to take more damage, generally speaking, than the Nemesis X. But it's useful to see that I can still deal damage in this target. It's not really necessary to kill this purple thing because you deal some damage that's not penetrative, but I'm going to anyway, or going to attempt to at least, before engaging the Ghost Crawler. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get through this target. It's, yeah, this target's kind of wrecking my Manticores. You're probably better off hitting the Manticores. They're a whole tier below this, though. You're probably better off taking the Manticores into the 60s. I thought they'd be a replacement, viable for Saturns, but it's not even close here. If you have both the Nemesis X and the Gutsville Skyfires, is it worth getting Manticores? No, it's not. Manticores are totally obsolete by the Nemesis X, as apparently I've just shown here. If you have Nemesis X, build those with whatever tech you can put on them. Maybe getting the missile there that came on the Manticore missile version would be useful, but the hull itself would not. Well, we just lost that fleet there. I think I'm going to go ahead and shut this stream down unless anyone else has any targets they want to see me posting. I am planning on posting some with the 104, 106 again with less damage. Also, I'm going to post some Skyfire videos lower down there. And I'd like to thank everyone for checking out this stream here at the start of the raid. If you haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel yet, make sure you go ahead and do that before you go. It just lets you see when I post videos, upload videos, so you can see all the videos that I am producing, because most people don't see that anyway. So go ahead and let me know if you have any questions in the comments or live chat or whatever. But thank you to everyone for joining in, and this is Derpy signing out, helping you be a better pirate.